All right, this will be the last video. We've essentially done this before. So we know that our product rule, or not our product rule, our power rule, if you have x to the fifth, then the derivative of that is going to be 5x to the fourth. So we can do that with any integer. So we can also do this with any rational number. So if that n, or whatever is in the power, is a rational number, we can also use the power rule in order to do this. Now, why they threw this into this subject or this chapter or lesson, I'm not really sure, but they did. However, good for us because we essentially already know it. So if we're going to take a look at these three things, if we look at the derivative with respect to x, of the square root of x, remember that the square root of x is the same as x to the 1/2 power. So the derivative of that will be equal to 1/2 times x to the negative 1/2. That's actually a really good one to remember. And then simplified would be 1/2 square root of x. This is one that shows up on the AP test a lot. And you'll just see throughout your chapters as you go on. Same kind of thing, d dx of x to the 2/3 power. So if we're going to take that derivative, then we need to bring our 2/3 down. And then we'll have x to the negative 1/3. So again, if you want to simplify that, that's going to be 2/3, and this will be a cubed root of x. Would be the most simplified version of that. And then our last one here, if we have negative 1/5 cosine to the negative 1/5 power, so we will bring down our negative 1/5, and we're going to leave that cosine alone. And then if it's out of 5, 1 less than that would be to the negative 6/5. And then using the chain rule, we would take the derivative of the inside, which would be negative sine of x. Okay, so then again, if we simplified this, I'm going to have, so the negative 1 and the negative sign would go on top. So that's going to be a sine of x over 5. And then I would probably just leave this as that cosine of x to the 6/5. Okay, and that's all we have for this lesson. If you guys needed additional help, feel free to reach out or take a look at some of those videos again because they are all very short. Make sure you get help on your homework as you're going through that as well.